Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with another Heroes of StarCraft mini set card review. And we are now moving on to the Paladin cards. They are part of the Terran faction. They're getting Starship pieces and are getting one of the best cards, I think, so far of the entire mini set, which has seen some pretty crazy cards so far. So much for lowering the power level, right? Anyways, we're going to take a look at these cards if you want to win them. We have a giveaway going on for 3 mini sets out of my pocket. To enter the giveaway, like and comment in the video, link down description below, the one with that thumbnail over there. Be subscribed to the channel. Every 1,000 subs we get until, well, the mini set comes out next Tuesday, I will add another mini set, so hit that sub button. Make me go broke. So yeah, Paladin getting their own Starship as well as Warrior and Shaman? No, Warrior and Shaman. Yeah, correct. And they get the Ultra-capacitor, 2 mana, 1/1 mech. And it's not the flux capacitor. Make sure to keep your crossovers, in check here. This is a Starship piece that has Battle Cry. Gain +1/+1 for each other friendly minion. This also triggers on launch. So you have 6 other minions on the board. This is a 2 mana 7/7. We're past the 4 mana 7/7 memes. We have evolved to 2 mana. That's not the easiest thing to pull off in the world, but pretty good for, Paladin likes to flood the board. That can be quite nice. I will note that I'm pretty sure this is the way it works. Starship pieces never keep like their enchantments, like buffs or anything like that. So when it's summoned from your Starship, I believe this part of it will start as a 1/1 combined with whatever else is going on. I believe, right? But as we saw with like the Jim Raynor card, you're like resurrecting a bunch of Starships throughout the game. This can like get buffed from all that stuff going on too. So typically lately in Hearthstone, stats just don't mean a ton with the board. Is like removal so insane and breezing and punishing for minions. It's rough, man. I'm not as sold on this as some other Starship pieces, but as we've seen with the Terran cards, it's more about getting cheap stuff out, launching as many Starships as possible. And yeah, this is 2 mana. Do that, get some stats, do some good stuff. That could be pretty good. And it's really strong with another card we're going to take a look at here. I'm not like in love with the card. I don't think it's crazy, but I do think it's probably decent enough, especially like a token Paladin. You can get some pretty crazy stats with it, right? It's got the mech tribe. That could be relevant too. I'll give it a 3 out of 5 in standard, a 2 out of 5 in wild, where I don't think almost this entire set so far is going to have much of an impact in that format. But yeah, I'm not I'm not in love with it, but I do think this card could absolutely do some work. And well, why not make our Starship launches cost a little bit less, like we've seen, already in this mini set with Salvage the Bunker, a 3 mana spell, so costs a little bit more, at least than the Shaman one, where you summon 2/2 Marines with Taunt. Your next Starship launch cost 2 less. So those are Marines. I think we've already seen them on like another card. They're also part of the Terran faction, so they are Terran minions. That is relevant for that hero card here, hero power, right? So that's something to keep in mind, but you're getting a 3 mana 4/4 in Taunt. And I have instinctually, I want to say it's nice when they die, you get 2 corpses, because, every Death Knight card is like summon 2 undeads with Taunt or summon this with Taunt. It just feels like a Death Knight card to me almost. But no, you get a couple taunts, you get some minions on the board, can synergize well with your Starship piece we saw there, right? It could get a bit of a buff from this, and your launch will cost less, so you could have that minion get the battle cry from the launch, and that could be quite nice too. If you're playing a Starship Paladin deck, I don't see a universe in where you're not playing Salvage the Bunker. Being able to discount that Starship's important. Fight for board is important. Get taunts to possibly protect yourself against other minions. Very important. It's just going to be kind of that fundamental card. If that deck works, yeah, I'm playing Salvage the Bunker. So again, I'm not like thinking this card's OP or crazy or anything, but it's not bad. I think it could see play. So I'll give it a 3 in standard. And again, in wild, I'll give it a 1, where I can't imagine a world where I'm playing a 3 mana 4/4 in wild and expecting that to do anything for me with the way that format works. But you never know. Things can pop off and things can work. But yeah, I'm not entirely sold. But I am very sold on this next card. This next card is what really brings this together for Paladin, at least in my opinion. and that is Hellion, a 4 mana 4/4 mech, and your other minions have +1 attack. It's a raid leader. It's a pylon module for 4 mana. Why am I so gung-ho over this? That's right. I have learned to read, and by doing that, I have read that this transforms if you launched a starship this game. And this card gets an incredible makeover as long as you have launched one starship in the game. By the way, doesn't that Hellion look like a warthog from Halo or I don't know. This looks really cool. Regardless, what is so good that I actually think this card's great? Well, it turns into a Hell Bat. A Hell Bat, same stat lines, 4 mana, 4/4. Your other minions have +2 attack, so that's a lot more attack. That's double. That's right. 1 times 2 is 2. Very good math, and I'm a former accountant, by the way. And rush. So this is like Houndmaster Shaw, non-legendary, and it gives a boost on top of that. Every minion you summon, you play. This is not a battle cry. This is a constant effect. Have +2 attack and rush. So if you want to trade like death rattles in or little 1/1s, that could be really good. Or you just have a full board. You have like 6 minions on the board. I play Hellbat. That's Savage Roar to the face, right? Like that's super strong. Like this is such a good card, especially with like the hero card, resurrecting those starships and then Hellbat. And oh my goodness, you can do some really powerful stuff. Houndmaster Shaw back in the day was a very good card, and he was legendary and restricted to Hunter in Paladin. This is a big standout card to me. Obviously, it has to go into a starship deck, or else you get the really crappy front version, which is awful, like legit pretty bad, but you're reliably going to launch starships for cheap and stuff. Playing Paladin, this will be active and one of the best cards in the set, in my opinion. I can't give it a 5 because it's purely starship. I feel like it's close. It's really close. I will give it a 4 out of 5 in standard. I think this card is super strong, and in wild, I'll give it a 2 because again, it's starships in wild. I just can't see that happening. So yeah, that is one hell of a card. Oh God, I did that again. Anyways, that's one hell of a card. And yeah, Paladin looking pretty strong. We were supposed to have warrior reveals, by the way. I'm re-recording this. I had to redo a bunch of stuff today because I got these cards ahead of time. So I don't know when the warrior cards will be out. But until then, that's it for the Terrans. I believe we'll see like Rogue and other stuff later, like pretty soon. So, and Druid, like the Protoss class stuff is coming up soon. So hopefully this schedule keeps right and I don't have to re-record this or finagle around because it's been a little bit weird. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.